Hello, my name is Fernando Bender and I'm the developer manager at Greenfield. Today with our software Wild Horses we're going to make the analysis of the price of Bitcoin according to its benchmark negotiated in the BitMEX exchange for this day, 13 December, Thursday. So let's dive into the graphics. We see here in this plot that the prices of the BitMEX benchmark for Bitcoin is clearly on a downtrend channel, and we are currently at the middle of it. So according to just this information of the position of the price in regard to the channel, we see a possibility that they go up till 3800 or they dive in just a little below 3200. However, we see also that they are within a range that is concentrating the closing in the last days, and it was somehow till now unable to leave it. In our perspective, in our interpretation, when you have a greater concentration of prices around the region, this region is working as an attractor, which means that they can naturally converge to it. That means if the volume is low, they converge to it, and to leave it, they should have greater volume. This is one point of view. It worked very well in the 6300 range that the prices of Bitcoin operated for around 2 months. However, clearly we are having here in this recent period intervals of stability followed by downfall. So let's have a more careful look at it. Nonetheless, we see here that under this interpretation the prices can go up just below 3600, probably $3,550, and they can go down a little above 3300. And we see here, as a last information in this plot, that the volume negotiated in the last days is very weak, is very near to the average, and that is not a strong signal for the prices, because in this interpretation of the volume they are losing their sustenance that the volume of negotiation brings to the price, meaning it is more likely that a selling order with a big volume will come and will take down the prices from current level, absorbing the purchase orders in lower levels. So this is what we can expect. However, just this graphic cannot tell precisely about it. So let's dive into the explicit forecast for today, and what we see here is a low bias, meaning that the center of the interval for today, which is our graded expectation, is $3,345 for this day, 13 December. However, it is below the last closing. So this gives us an idea that expectation that the prices will go down during the day. We can note that this interval, this point here, $3,345, is still above, a bit above the bottom of the movement. So this means that according to this algorithm, no downfall will start today. This is the expectation. However, the interval where we admit that the prices will be located at the end of these days go as low as 3256 till 3434, which is depicted in this interval here. So our expectation is a low down move today. So let's have a look in how the market is right now. What we see here is the website CoinMarketCap. We refresh now to get updated values. $3,442 Bitcoin negotiated right now. Let us see. We can clearly see in this graphic that it has tried to went up again, but couldn't pass a certain level and couldn't break this lately cycle of the tops and bottoms in a descendant fashion. So let's have a look at the volume. The volume is very important recently. We see here that BitHump is holding on to the first position in negotiated volume. However, itself has not increased its volume. What happened is that BitMEX once more lowered its negotiated volume to $1.2 billion in the last 24 hours. We see here the third place Coinbit with less than 600 million in the last 24 hours. That makes the top three exchanges in the world with a little above $3 billion negotiated in the last 24 hours. That is one of the weakest profile we have seen in the last days, and that is accordingly to our last plot here, where we see the volumes weakening and abandoning the asset Bitcoin, and that is not a strong signal. Although this representation here consider only BitMEX, it is very well representative of the overall market. So what is our expectation for today? Fall, contained fall of a couple of dollars, and we expect today to finish in BitMEX around $3,350, and as CoinMarketCap has usually $40 above this benchmark, we see there something around 3,400, 3,390. Let's have a look at the order book right now in BitMEX, because this has been proven that it was a very good indication of where the prices can move in the near future, having a look specifically at the most likely supports and resistance given to the concentration of orders. And what we see here is that the selling pressure is clearly building up around 3,450. A little before 3,440 we see great expressions, but mostly 3,450. By the way, this value yesterday night held very well and reversed the movement that was trying to breach this level. On the buying side, however, we see a more weaker setup, whereas its strength start building up in 3,330. So what we can say, looking at this, although this is a quite dynamic profile, we see that the scale of the move can freely go in the BitMEX benchmark from as high as 3,440, 3,450 till 3,330. So that's quite a range for a move during the day. However, we see here that not much resistance or support are building up within this level. We see right now at the current prices 33.90 holding well with a strong base. However, the 3400 here is not well supported by selling orders, so we see that the prices will might likely to sustain in the next hours if it keeps so above 33.90. However, we see a difficulty to build 34.40, especially 34.50, that since yesterday have been holding up the prices. So if we add like $40 to this to match more or less the gap between BitMEX benchmark and CoinMarketCap benchmark for Bitcoin price, we see that the price of 3,400 in CoinMarketCap is likely to hold on for a while. This was our analysis. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to have your audience. It's a pleasure to have you signing up to our channel. Don't forget also to sign up to the notifications to be informed of videos like this. We are willing to hear all the suggestions and feedback possible to improve our work. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.